Welcome to Everday Skill Management Platform. Today, I'm going to show you how easy it is to start analyzing and mapping your whole workforce skill set and discover critical skill gaps. So let's go from the beginning. I will show you how to upload your team's profiles in order to start with the analyzing. It's as easy as go to the profile section and then click on Add People. Here on this area, you will be able to upload the PDF of the resume and also the PDF of the LinkedIn of all your team. After we upload it, we can select it here. We can go and choose one profile. We click Upload Profile, and then the system will start mapping all the information out of the document. So for example, here it already identifies Gina, and we can add her profile. Now that we have all our team members in our account, we can start with the self-assessment process. For example, let's take James Allen. We can send him an invite. This self-assessment process is super useful. Basically what it does is that our AI system will start making questions very similar to an interview to each team member in order to validate from them the level of the skills that they have necessary for the role that we choose. So for example, we can click on Get Started. And this is the section where we can choose a set of skill sets for the solution to start asking questions to James. In this case, we can choose Senior Java Developer, and here we can be able to see all the skills that are related in order to perform this role, but we can choose more than one. So for example, if we want to check it out how James will perform as Junior Frontend Developer, we can also add it into the skills that the solution will grab in order to make questions related to those. For this exercise, let's just choose Senior Java Developer. So the power about this function is that you will be able to see, for example, how James will perform with his current role, but also if you want to check it out how James will perform in a new role, you can choose that skill set in order to get the results about his experience with this new set of skills for the new position. So let's just click next, and then we can just add his email. Let's go for James. So now James will receive on his email an invitation to start with his self-assessment. Okay, now let's start with the self-assessment. After our team members receive the email to start with the process, this is the first screen that they will be able to see. Here they will be able to validate that they were invited to join Everday, and if it's correct, then let's just get started. So the system here, basically what it is that based on the skill set that we just chose in the previous step, it will start generating questions in order to validate the levels of the skills. And these questions are based on the replies of the previous one in order to make it very interactive, similar as in a conversation. So if we grab this one right here, could you search your skills in the following areas? So for example, design application interface, I will say it could be proficient in this one. Use database, we can go with specialist, and we can follow up with this process. Our intention with these questions is that it takes maximum 10 minutes in order to guarantee the success of these ones. So let's keep moving with use communication and collaboration software. And here on the bottom, we will be also able to check it out, the meaning of each level. And then let's jump to the next question. Could you rank the following aspects of agile development in order to importance to you? Here, let's say customer feedback, number 3, continuous improvement, number 1, flexibility, let's go with number 2, iterative progress 4, and collaboration with 5. Let's just submit it and let's check it out our next question. Which of the following cloud technologies do you find most beneficial for your work? If I had to just choose one, I will go with AWS. And let's go. Which of the following tools for software configuration management have you used? If I can choose more than one, let's go with Mercurial, Git, and CVS. Jumping on to our next question, how would you rate the importance of the following skills in your role as a senior Java developer? Communication skills, I must say, super important. Problem solver skills, definitely. Technical skills, even more. And leadership skills, I will say also, as being a senior role. And time management skills, I will say, yeah, it could be some areas of improvement there. And that's it. After this, our system will start taking all this information and getting our results out of this. These results will be able to be seen by the managers, people department, and also the team member itself. And here we go. As you might see, this profile is already as claimed. And if I can check it out on this section, also I as a team member will be able to see the results out of the assessment that I just did. So for me, it will be also important to see, okay, how was my results? And some areas that I need to improve is the design application interface. I needed a level 3 and level 6 was required. And if I have any questions about what these skills means, we can just click here and we will be able to see the definition of all skills. Now let's go to the skill set section. Skill sets are very important because allow us to grab job descriptions and translate it into the skills that are required in order to perform this role. In order to standardize the language across organization, this process is very important because regardless of the role inside the company, you will be able to see which skills are needed for each one. So let's just start. It's so easy as go to the skills section and then choose add skill set. And here, for example, we can type a skill set name, or it could be the name of the role that we're going to start tracking. So in this case, let's go with senior Java developer. And on the description, we can go as wide or as simple as we want. But of course, as much information that we could add, the system will give us more accurate response. Here we can literally just copy paste the job description, and also we'll be able to just add information similar like their daily tasks that they need to perform, some goals that they need to achieve, and so on. So we can just click on next. And the system, what it's making right now is just looking this requirement and see which of the 14,000 skills that we have in our system could be a better match for them. And now that we have the results, we can just check it out one by one and start adding the ones that we see that is more accurate for our requirements. But if we also see that all of them are okay, we can just choose them all. Something very powerful that the system also do is that based if it's a senior or a junior role, it suggests just a level for each skill. So for example, for Spark, it suggests an advanced level 5, but of course you can change it. Probably for this role, a beginning in Spark will be okay, or provide mentorship. I think this is super important, so I can go with level 8. But what if after checking all these skills, I don't find what I need? We can just type it out again here. For an example, I need more communication skills. And the system will run the same process. Take this requirement and see which skills are better fit for it. And here now we have a couple of examples which we can add it into our list. Or if we don't find still what we need, we can just start type it out here. So let's go with communication and just add it which one we see more accurate for what we're looking for. And now that we have our skills required, we just click next and we publish it. And basically what we just did is that we just transform a role into a skill offset, and the system will start comparing all the people related to it in the next steps. Now that we just create our first skill set, let's see how we can start taking powerful actions with it. Let's go with the skill matrix. The skill matrix is one of the most powerful features of Everday because it allows you to compare a set of skills with the current team members of that role in order to see who needs more upskilling processes, or also if you want to check it out for internal mobility purposes or for succession plans, who's ready to take that position, you will be also able to see it on this section. So let's start with the first example. Let's say that we just want to see how all our junior front-end developers are doing, because we are just about to start a training process and we want to see where is the best to allocate the resources in terms of topics to train and who is the most critical profiles that need help with them. For example, here we can take Gina, we can take Leon, James, and Charlotte. And this is how, in a very fast and visual way, we can check it out, that the profiles like James and Charlotte, they actually just have one skill to improve. And here we can go more in deep into see which ones they are. Tools for software configuration management. I think both are level 3 out of 7, so okay, it's just one, but as it's the same set of skills, then probably we can just create a new training program for this one, as we see that all of them needs a little bit of help with it. But if you want to go more in deep and to see who is more critical to start with an upskilling process, we can check it out that Gina will be the best candidate for it. But if we go deeper, we can check it out that, for example, compile content, she's 3 out of 4, so probably it's not that critical. JavaScript, she's 2 out of 3. So probably she's a new person into our organization, so these are the skills that she will eventually get better at. But for sure, she needs help with tools for software configuration management. And as I see a pattern here, probably this will be the best topic in order to start with an upskilling process for all our 4 team members. And now, if we want to go with the second use case, to see who inside my organization is ready to take a new role instead of looking out outside. Let's say that we are looking for a new city manager. And I have an idea about who could be on this role. Let's say that I already speak with Dylan and he's really want to take this new position. Also, I check it out with Mason and it could be a great option. And I have the sense that Ethan could be also a good candidate. So here we will be able to see that Dylan and Mason are actually the 2 best candidates for this role. Here we can check it out that cost management is a skill that they have in common that they need to improve. So probably the next step for us could be just interview and vote, and based on the one that makes more accurate in terms of willingness to grow, we can start upskilling processes in cost management skills. And now let's talk about our skill taxonomy. If you ever wonder, which is the database that Everday is using in order to create all the skill sets and the profiles of all my workforce. Here you will find it in a skill taxonomy. We basically classified our skills in 4: knowledge, language, functional skills, and transversal skills. Here you can go more into depth to find the ones that we use for our platform. And if you want to check it out, if one skills that you need is here, we can start typing it. Let's go like show me all the communication skills that are in your database, and you will be able to see it here. We also know that each company is different, and you probably had a set of skills that are very, very specific for your industry. So in that case, don't worry. If you didn't find it here, we will gladly be able to add it in order to make sure that Everday fits the most needs in order to start tracking the skills in your organization. Now let's jump into the section of teams. Here, you will be able to create all the teams in your organization in order to see the results about how all of them as a group perform based on the skills that they need for the current role, and also see how individuals perform. Let's go into add a team. We can go with engineering team for EMEA region. Let's create it, and here is as easy as just the skill sets that we will need for the members of this team. So here we will be able to see all of them that we just created in the previous steps. Let's go for junior front-end developer, product owner, front-end engineer, senior Java developer, and system architect. Let's update the skill sets, and here we'll be able to see all of them. Now, let's add the team members of this team. Let's go with Benjamin, Logan, Harper, Mason, and Eli. Now, let's link them into a specific skill sets. We can go with senior Java developer for Benjamin, junior front-end developer for Logan, front-end engineer for Harper, system architect for Mason, and product owner for Elijah. Let's just update their profiles. And this is how fast we will be able to see their individual results. Let's go more deep into that into a moment. But first, let's check it out how all of them as a group perform versus the skills that they need for their current role. So here we will see that all of them, there's been 76% match with their current role. And here are all the skills that my team is very strong at. And here is the ones that we need to improve. So let's say that I need someone that is very good at solving problems. We can just go here and see that Logan, Harper, and Mason are my top players. And actually Mason, he is a level 4 out of 3 that he needs for his current role. So probably he's the one that we need to call into this case, that we need a solving problem person. And now let's see about the gaps. Now, here we will able to see that we need to improve or design application interfaces and develop solutions to information uses. Here we can just see that Benjamin is the one that has level 3 out of 6 that it's needed. And in our second skill, Benjamin, he's level 3 out of 6. So probably for next training programs, we can just add him into these topics. And if we go down, here we'll be able to see a summary of all the skills that are needed for this team and which ones, for example, the ones in green, are the ones that we're performing very well. And the ones in red are the ones that I need to improve the most in my team members. Now, let's go to the individual profiles in order to check out the results. Here, let's go, for example, with Elijah. Elijah is a product owner, and currently he's a 76% match with his current role. Now, here we'll be able to see the knowledge that he is a 76%, transversal skills he's a 75% match, and you might be able to see that we have 0 for functional skills and language. This could be because probably for the role that he has, these kind of skills are not necessary because we didn't add it into the skill set for his current role. Here we can see her strong areas. Elijah is very good at project management. He's already 5 out of 5. Social marketing techniques, he's level 2 out of 2. And applying knowledge of science, technology, and engineering, he's 3 out of 3. So he's doing very well in that areas. But we can be able to see if he wants to improve, he needs to take some courses in product data management, which he's level 3 out of 5, managed quality 3 out of 5, and participatory decision making 3 out of 5. If we want to go more deep into his profile, we can go and see the status of all the skills that he needs for his current role and the status of it. Something else that we'll be able to see here is that the solution also infers a little bit about Elijah values and interests based on his work history. Here we will be able to see that he values a lot working conditions, achievements, independence, and recognitions. And also that his conventional, enterprising, and investigative sense are very important for him. And also here we can check it out. If we want to see all the experience of Elijah that we can grab from his resume, his LinkedIn profile, and you can just want to take a look, here is a place where you will find all this. We know that sometimes for a specific organization, we need to divide the teams in areas or specific regions. So that's what organization is for. Let's say that I want to create an organization for the EMEA region. We can just add this group. And if I want to put here all my teams for the EMEA, we can just add it here. Or if we already have a couple of teams that I already create, it's as easy as go here to my team section and let's choose our engineering team, the EMEA, and assign it into this one that we just created. Here we just see the skill sets that are included on this team and the team members, and voila, we just assign it. Now let's come back to organization section and we'll be able to see all our teams here and a brief summary about all the skill gaps that this team has, the skill match, and also the members of this team. Here we can go more into deep into see all the people that is included here and all the skill sets of all the roles that we have in this area.